I'm a huge fan of hiking pillows, and they really have enhanced the quality of sleep I get on trail. And not all of us are hardcore enough to be able to ball up our puff jacket and make a pillow that way. I'm going to look at all the pros and cons of different pillows, but mostly I'm going to focus on what would work for you. I have my preferences, but everyone's different, so let's have a look at them. I've been super surprised by the outcome of this video, to be honest. I sort of had my mind set on a few of these pillows before I started the review. Now I've been pleasantly put in my place. A huge thanks to Paddy Pallin for supporting this video. They helped set me up with these pillows. Stick around to the end of the video because I don't need 20 pillows, so I'll be giving away these pillows. Also, a huge thank you to my Instagram community. So one suggestion was to get your stuff sack and any clothing that you're not wearing. There's not normally that many clothes left behind, but often you've got your down jackets. So there was a suggestion to stuff it into a pillow like this, and maybe spare undies, spare socks, hopefully none of it's stinky, and use this as pillow. You know what? It's not that different from this, to be honest, and you've saved yourself 140 bucks. That's pretty darn comfortable, I'm gonna be honest. And then you have the absolute flexibility in this method to make it as big or as little as you want. And the other one, people just love rolling up their own down jackets. It really helps often if you have a hood, stuff all the jacket into the hood, and then I just have this nice little parcel of a pillow. I've played with a few little methods and had a lot of suggestions on my Instagram, but basically it mostly centers around folding it and then tucking it in on itself, kind of like maybe you would a pair of socks. Fold it and tuck it into this bit. Yeah, like a pair of socks. There we go. That's working. Sweet. I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, it's not too bad. The absolute bonus of not taking a pillow and making your own is that it adds zero weight at zero cost. There's three main types of pillows. There's basically like a goon bag that's filled with air that has like a sort of a fabric over the top, and these are the most ultralight. Some of them aren't the most comfortable, but they are really light. This is sort of my older Cedar Summit pillow that I hiked with for years. Then we go through to a hybrid model, which is still inflatable underneath, but it has a foam top, so it has a much more natural feel. There's a significant weight penalty with that. Through to this is a full foam Cedar Summit one. There's definitely no ballooning and no balancing act going on here, but there's a weight penalty. Finally, this is like the creme de la creme pillow. This is goose down. So this is kind of just like your pillow that you'd have at home. They're the main ones. I tend to hike with inflatable pillows, but let's talk about the pros and cons of each. Cedar Summit have just come out with a new range. They're extremely lightweight. This one is 55 grams. This one is 92 grams, so pretty darn light. They pack down incredibly small. They've got this guy, which is just fully inflatable. It kind of has a plasticish finish, which I'm really not a fan of, but it is disgustingly light and small. You're not even gonna feel that weight in your pack. I guess you could improve it by putting, say, a wool buff or something like that over the top, then stuffing them in there so it doesn't really matter that it's a plastic feeling thing on your skin. That might not even bother you. Not really a fan of that, but this is perfect for people that are crazy about the ultralight there. Pack away. This is just ridiculous. Look at the size of this thing. You're not even gonna know it's there. So if you can get away with this, bloody good on you. That's mini. The next one they've got in their range is Cedar Summit Eros. Is a premium, so it has a much nicer feel on there. It was what I would recommend, I think, if you're a bit more into the feel of things. You do really feel like you're sitting on a pillow, and it's like this sort of balloon effect that I guess it does kind of wake me up at night. It's something you can get used to, but it's not brilliant at enhancing that sleep quality, which is what we're trying to focus on here. Well, for me personally, in terms of getting a really comfortable sleep, so I probably wouldn't recommend that to friends, but once again, I hiked for years on this and it was great. This is a trick too for new players. They're also easy to adjust the firmness. I've got these ones pumped all the way up pretty much. You can just sort of burp it, so you just sort of press the button and the air can come out, and you can get this sort of a softer feel. You will start to notice a bit more of a crinkle. So that is definitely a lot more crinkly and a bit more noisy. But for me, you get a much nicer snuggly feel. That's, I guess, my preference is to have them a little bit lighter. Take a bit of air out of this one. Yeah, you're getting pretty crinkly. The other thing with some of these pillows is they can be slippery. If you're in the middle of the night, you're grabbing for your pillow and it's slipping out from underneath you, that can be super annoying and wake you up as well. The joy with the Cedar Summit range is they have these nice little stickers that you basically put on there, and then you put another sticker on your air pad, and they'll join together and they'd keep it from running away. Some sleeping bags these days will even have like a little insert where you can shove your pillow. I often find it's good enough to put it in your hood and it won't go too far. So that's a nice way of making sure your pillows, you're not chasing it all night. This is my personal pillow that I use at the moment. It's the Nemo Philo Ultralight. So this is the one that's a purely inflatable air pad. I really love this fabric that they have on it. It just feels for me super soft. It's not as plasticky as the other ones. It's not just this ball like pillow shape. It's you can feel there's like these thicker rails all around it. Here, I'll see if I can get it out and show you. Oh yeah. Will I regret this? Oh look, see, it is a plastic bag in there, but check this out. Whoop. Check out the shape of that. It's got these baffles there. So these baffles is, for me, what makes this much more comfortable than the Cedar Summit pillows. They've got a little bit of structure in there, but it's just not the same. It's a much flatter, more rectangular shape. And so yeah, then you can just chuck this in the wash, clean it. It's got its own stuff sack here that you can stuff it into, but really, I just never bother stuffing my pillow. I just shove it in the side of my pack. It also has a really thin layer of sort of like insulation, but like, you know, the thinnest layer of just sort of like synthetic-y insulation there so that your face isn't directly on this. I absolutely love this pillow, and for me it's because it strikes a balance between these ultralight, more beach bally feeling, slightly weird shape for me, but once again, you might love that shape. I like the nice square pillow shape. And also, we'll talk a little bit more in a minute, but about if you're a side sleeper, back sleeper, or tummy sleeper like me, some people prefer higher profile pillows, and this one is quite a low profile. I'm a combination sleeper. This pillow only weighs 70 grams, which is very impressive. So these are all under 100 grams. This one's the lightest. It's got that plastic outer. This is me, like it's a super light pillow, but it's really, really comfortable. That's the one I used to use. This is the newer fancy one. If you were choosing between the two in weight world, like this is 55 and this is 70, I'd 100% go for the Nemo Philo Ultralight. There is a bit of a price difference. This guy is nice and cheap. It's sort of $50-ish. This one jumps up about $90, which, you know, is a fair bit of money for a piece of plastic. I think it's absolutely worth it for me. Through to your premium is about $70. So the Cedar Summit versions are cheaper, but I think for the extra 20, 30 bucks, you're way better off jumping on this Nemo. So that's super impressive. That's the Nemo compared to the Cedar Summits. Very, very similar, I guess, sizing. Then you come to your premium inflatable hybrid pillows. So this is, again, a Nemo version of the stuff. Cedar Summit do have one with down insulation. So there's the pillow, the balloon is underneath, but then you've got a thick pad of foam here. I'll try and show you that. It's like a centimetre thick foam there, and it makes it more like your traditional home style pillow. So this comes in at about 260 grams, which for me is starting to get a bit too heavy because it doesn't provide that much extra comfort. It also, because of that foam top, it doesn't pack very small in your pack, so it is taking up a little bit of room. So this comes with an integrated stuff sack, which I've cut out because, you know, I'm just that weird. So decent, about that size, about half the height. What I actually do with this is I shove it in my pack so that this is against my back. But yeah, certainly that weight, 260 grams. I start to think of what else I could put in my pack for 260 grams. There's always these trade-offs, I think, if you are trying to keep your pack weight low, so you need to be mindful of that. For me, it was a little bit too heavy, and that's why I went for the lighter cousin. I mean, it does feel a little bit nicer with the foam, but I think for 200 grams almost extra, I don't think it provides that comfort for me. The next option is like full foam or full down. So Cedar Summit have come out with this foam core. It's a regular pillow. It feels really nice, to be honest. You might be able to see all the chunks in there. So it's not just made up of one solid chunk of foam. They're like composite chunks, so like little chunks about this big. It's a recycled foam, which I'm always a fan of when brands use recycled products, so we're not just creating and throwing things to waste. I guess some of the cons that come with this guy, it weighs a fair bit. It's 160-ish grams, so it's almost like double. So it's not super light, and the other thing, it doesn't pack down very small either. Got this kind of a cool system, but you can just roll it and it velcros to itself, making it pretty chunky. I think if I own this, I'd probably cut this thing off. It would just annoy me and I'd just shove it in my pack. It also is like, what do you do with it when you're sleeping? Like it's got, oh, you roll it up and you stick it to itself. But I don't know, to me, that's going to hit me in the night and just annoy me. I don't know, I just don't want this weird plastic thick. It's really thick too. This was one that I was super stoked to see that Paddy Pallin have, and it is a full down pillow. So this is like ultimate luxury, and I was so excited. Western Mountaineering Cloud Rest, $140. So it's, you know, up there. It's not a cheapie, and it comes in, you know, reasonably heavy, 114 grams. It comes with an integrated stuff sack. Once again, this would annoy the heck out of me, so I'd just be getting the scissors and chopping that off, to be honest. But the one thing on a premium pillow like this that I was so excited to buy, but am quite disappointed with, is the fabric. It's I don't know, it's scratchy, it's noisy, and it's like, I think they're trying to get like a silky feel, and maybe you'd like that, but I do not like the feel of this pillow. So once again, I'd be like chucking it in my buff, enjoying it that way. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in the fabric on that one, to be honest. And it's a down thing, so it crushed down super, super small. You know, I just push that in between my pots and pans. I love the concept. I'm not sure that it's going to come off in the actual execution. When you're sleeping on your side, there's a significant gap here that you need to bridge, or you're going to have your head, you know, if you're sleeping like this, your neck's going to get a crick in it. If you're sleeping like that, your neck's going to get a crick in it. So you want to have something in there that's pretty neutral sort of position happening in your spine. So this is a really good height for a side sleeper. Those ones I think could be a little low, so they're sort of a bit... See, they say this is 13 centimetres thick, but the thing is with these foam cores, they really do compress, so you're not really getting 13 centimetres. But the joy, I guess, of these pillows for me as a combination sleeper, I can fold it in half and get the support I need. Whereas when I go on my belly, I can also get a lot of support. It feels like just the right amount for my tummy sleeping. That feels so good. It crushes quite thin, that guy. Look at this. There's not much to it, hey? Perfect for, oh my God. It's so nice for tummy sleeping. Side sleep. I just don't think you're going to get the height you need for a side. See my neck sort of... These hybrid pillows, this is the foam, and that's pretty low, the Nemo. See, that's 10 centimetres. So maybe they're not the best for side sleepers because that is a little bit low. Whereas my favourite pillow is definitely a little bit low. This guy's only 8 centimetres, so not brilliant for a side sleeper, but as I said, I'm a lot of a tummy sleeper. That feels really good. When I first started this video, I thought I was going to hate this pillow, but I'm thinking this could be my new favourite. Maybe. Whoosh. Ah, that's good. The valve systems, I really love what Cedar Summit have done with these valves. They've reduced the size of them, so this is the old version. It's much larger, it's much smaller, and so they're really good. There's like, poof that and it will deflate super quickly. Put that in, and when it's like this, you can put air in, but it won't come out, so that's super helpful. See there, I don't have to worry about holding it in and it deflating even though I've got it open. And you can also then press, there's a little button in there. You can just burp it and allow a little bit of air out to get this perfect comfort. The Nemo stuff, it took me a bit to get used to be honest. I'm always like turning and pulling and swiveling. And I think it's a bit user error. It doesn't seem as intuitive to me. And if I pull my tongue off, it immediately escapes. So you got to sort of push it down while you're putting the positive pressure on there. It's not that hard, but it's just a little bit of a, you know, small things. It allows you to get it really firm if that's how you like it. And then, you know, obviously the huge bonus of these guys, you don't even need to blow them up. My top picks would be, best all-rounder is the Nemo Philo. It's super light. It is pretty expensive, but I love the fabric. I love the feel. It's my go-to pillow. The best crazy ultralight is this one. Just gross. I would never want to sleep on that, but hey, you might not care. But you know, like, it's hard not to then throw the Nemo back into the best ultralight because it's bloody light. For 15 to 20 grams, I think this is way better product than this. But if you're on a crazy budget, then, you know, $55 is much nicer price tag than the 90. As a combination sleeper, pillows like this, I'm super excited to try on the trail. And the best budget or ultra light option is I'll be trying the stuff sack with your clothes. When I started making this video, I thought I was gonna be so blown away by this pillow. This one costs $140. After playing with them all and using them, just, you know, it compresses way too much for my liking. Maybe if I was always tummy sleeper, it would be perfect, but I really do move around a bit, so I need a bit more support. I really wanted to be like, yeah, always go get your $150 pillow. It's gonna be great. To be honest, I'm pretty disappointed in it. One pillow that I thought I was gonna hate and I just grabbed last minute because I wanted to have a negative review was this Cedar Summit one. You know, it's a little bit heavier, but I am pretty impressed with it, to be honest. I'm gonna be enjoying taking this one out because I am such a combination sleeper. I think I'll definitely be sticking to my Nemo. It's really, really comfortable and it's so much lighter. This guy takes up so much space in my pack. I find that hard to sort of get around, and you know, the sleep quality isn't that much better, but it is a great little pillow. It ticks a lot of boxes for me. Sleep is everything when you're on trail, and a good pillow doesn't just add comfort, it adds recovery the next day and the enjoyment and those good decisions that you make when things get hard. It's safety. It's so important to get a good sleep on trail, especially if you're out there for multiple nights. If you've got any of these pillows, let me know in the comments what works for you, what doesn't, any recommendations you'd have. Once again, massive shout out to Paddy Pallin for supplying me with these pillows. I absolutely couldn't have done it without them. If you want to get your hands on them, check out my Instagram. In about a week, I will be giving away these pillows. If you love honest gear reviews, please consider subscribing to this channel.